Hello and welcome to the show. Um, I'm Colleen and I'm here with Susie and Celeste.
Mhm.
Hello.
Hello.
And man, it's been a week already and it's only Wednesday, guys. I don't know how you feel, but
Yeah.
Been my
yeah,
year.
it's
Hmm.
been a year, hasn't it? It's been crazy. We were talking before the show, Susie and I, Celeste, about hey, mud lover, about how the energy has already shifted into retrograde. I feel it this time.
Hmm.
They don't typically bother me that much, but this
Well,
one's bothering me.
there's
Hmm.
several that are going into retrograde and or are going to be going into retrograde. I think there's like 6 or 7
Yep. We're also
retrograde
lining
hitting.
up planets
Yeah.
too. So.
Yeah, the planets are lining up again and they're going to stay there where before it was just a couple days. It's going to
Hmm.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
A lot of chaos going on, huh?
This is our first night that we're going live on Instagram. I've got it set up, but it looks like Instagram is like a full minute behind us. So when we get ready to log off for the show, well, I guess that's fine. It's still it's just a delay on Instagram. Hey,
Yeah.
David. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm hoping that Instagram is a little better for us than Facebook has been. So um
Hmm.
anyway, yeah, I think it's going to be a fun show. So for the audience out there, if you're new, please go ahead and type your question in. Make it an easy one. Don't say something like, what's my mortgage rate going to be on my house when I close? I mean, you
Too
know,
much, too high. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, way too high.
why? You know what I'm saying? Just make it a decent question that the ladies can then dive into. Hey, Lizette. And Pac-Man was here like 30 minutes early, so shout out to Pac-Man. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, so I think it'll be a good show. And McKenna needed one more week to get stuff done. She's going to be with us next week, so that'll be fun. She always brings a really cool topic to the show. Um,
I can't wait for that.
maybe Yeah, I know. That'd be really cool. So maybe one of the things we were going to talk a little bit about how retrograde affects you while we're waiting for questions to come in.
Hmm.
So don't be shy. Go ahead and type a question in here. I don't, you know what? This is a discussion point though. I don't know how it's going to work if Instagram is a whole minute behind. The timing of reading questions, I don't know how that works. There's only like a few second delay on YouTube.
Oh
So
wow,
it'll be interesting. We'll just have to see how this works, gang.
this will be the
So again,
experiment.
yeah, don't be shy. Go ahead and ask your questions. Susie and Celeste are phenomenal at what they do. Um, but yeah, so hey Trista.
Hi, Trista.
So Susie, Celeste, how does retrograde affect people? Um is it physical or psychological or all the above?
Well, one of the
Uh,
cool ones that just started July 13th is Saturn, which we don't often get in retrograde. But the
hmm.
good news with Saturn, which made me super happy, it is the retrograde of karmic retribution. So,
Thank
you've
heavens.
been a good person, you should have really good things coming to you. And if you haven't, well, good luck. Maybe we'll see you on the other side. There's a few people I'm really hoping that get to have a little taste of their own medicine because it's usually people don't like what they've dished out to other people. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, darn, now you get to eat the sundae that you made that you wanted us to have. So
Hmm.
and it goes through November 28th. It's karmic justice being served because it goes through Libra. And yeah, so it's going to be a nice long one.
Hmm.
Uh, sometimes the things we've planted take a hot minute to come to fruition, but if you plant
Hmm.
trouble, everyone else's life, prepare to receive it back.
Yeah, and for some of those retrogrades, like I think we talked before, Mercury always brings back, I swear, zombies for me. Like those people that I buried, in the backyard, they start popping up like daisies. And then I'm like, why? Oh, yeah, here we are again. And then also electronics, like my car is now dead. Took, kind of blew up on the highway for me. And then for me, a few days before it hits, I'm physically exhausted. Like it just feels like I'm
Man,
moving in mud. I can't do anything. And
there-
those are retrogrades. Those are shifts. Yep.
okay, maybe that's what's going on. I actually thought maybe I should call the doctor and go in and get a physical because I am exhausted the
Mm-hmm.
last like few days.
Yeah.
Like this is uncommonly exhausted for me because
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
starting
That
to
makes
pull out of it because, retrogrades don't exactly go by the Gregorian calendar, right, Celeste?
right.
The energy seeps in and out, as it flows. So I was experiencing it and my daughter was experiencing it for probably I think I pulled out of it yesterday, but it was like 5 days prior. And the same thing for her. And she's just barely pulling out of it today. So it just kind of depends. So this one, like I said, I noticed it lasted about 5 days before I started feeling better. Yeah, headaches, extreme fatigue, feel like you're in mud. You feel like, confusion. Everybody gets really emotional, but I'll tell you what, that karma one and a lot of the retrogrades bring about, they push you towards change. And so I'm watching people actually getting shoved physically and emotionally towards change. If they don't, it's going to get way, way worse for them after these retrogrades are over.
I'm the
Well,
same way, Lizette.
one of the things, this is to Colleen and everyone else, you have to use your discernment, because yes, you can get sick or have a problem when it's retrograde, or retrograde can amplify those symptoms, or it can just totally be retrograde. So if it's a long period of time that you're feeling totally off, it is probably wise to get checked just to be on the safe side.
Or the doc. And that's true what Pac-Man said. He feels amazing. Some people actually get quite a buzz off from him. They get energized.
I'm buzzing at the thoughts of some people getting karma. I'm just like, I'm so tired of some of those people just continuing to slide under the radar and cause so much misery in everyone else's life, and they skate free. And I'm hoping.
I'm a cheerleader in the background for you there, Celeste.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we all are.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been tough. So, but yeah. Well, with me, how I work myself to exhaustion. So,
And then if
yeah.
you get a couple nights of not good sleep, it just
Oh
compounds.
man. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, Banshee woke me up last night at 1 o'clock doing her bloodhound thing because there's something she smelled. I had to get up and go outside and put the bark collar on her because she just when she gets into that, she smells something because they can't barely see. It's all nose. And when she gets into something where she smells, oh, forget about it. You're not sleeping all night long.
And then she wants to
And
go
Twisted
after
said,
it. Huh?
yeah. So one of the things, we had one of our dear friends on at one time, Lord Starfox. We had, and you guys work with him, and I work with him. We all kind of all podcast together, and he's a lot of fun. So if you guys have not gone to his channel, I want to give him a shout out to Midnight Lycanthropy, on YouTube and Facebook, and Lord Starfox is another persona of his, but Midnight Lycanthropy. He is the main chapter lead for the North American Dogman Project, and I'm the chapter lead for the Idaho NADP project. Started by Jody Cook years ago, and you guys need to go check out some of those pages. Midnight Lycanthropy. Check him out. Give him a shout out. His work is really phenomenal. He's actually a researcher, and he's come on here and he's talked a little bit about cryptids, and I think it's really fascinating. And while we're waiting for questions, please don't be shy. Start asking questions for the ladies to answer. There was a Dogman incident in Twin Falls that is really, really interesting with photos and the whole 9 yards. And
Like
um,
recently?
no, it's been a few years, but I just found out about the incident and posted it on the Idaho Facebook page. So there's a North American Dogman Project Idaho Facebook page, and I just posted it, and I did speak with the gentleman who actually had this encounter with a dogman in the canyon. He lives right on the edge of the canyon, and he would go down the trail system all the time. And he and another gentleman with DEQ, Idaho DEQ, which is Department of Environmental Quality, they were buddies. And this gentleman, this friend of his, would have to go down to into the canyon to do sampling of different reasons. And they had an experience with this thing that was absolutely terrifying, and it followed him home, and it terrorized his family for months. So pretty interesting. He's got pictures of the tracks in the snow on the roof of his house.
Oh,
He's
wow.
got, yeah. And this thing followed him, and like I said, terrorized his family for quite a long time. His children all saw it, and he was trying,
Devil.
huh?
That almost sounds something like the Jersey Devil.
Well, I mean, the description fits what the other descriptors are throughout the United States of the Dogman. So it's pretty interesting. Okay, Mad Max has a question. So, got a buddy and his fam's moving to Nampa. Is all going to go well?
Do you want to take that one, Celeste? I've got Sherry's.
Are you ready for Sherry's?
I'm sorry, I missed it.
That's okay. I am ready for Sherry's.
Okay.
If you want to think
Okay,
about Mad
why don't
Max.
you do Sherry while Celeste is thinking about Mad Max's question?
Okay, so Sherry asked what we see for Pisces in the coming weeks, and Sherry, like I wasn't really going full on Pisces, like the energies just kind of went straight towards you. So coming at you is going to be kind of a little bit of a shocking reunion. You're going to have a request. I think it might be coming from your daughter. Yeah, she's going to surprise you. I think she might be asking for some help. So you might be a little bit torn about what to do and a little defensive about it, but just remember to lead everything with love. That's the advice from the universe, but it's going to be just a little bit shocking. So that's specifically for you.
Thank you.
What I'm feeling is we're in a bunch of retrogrades coming up. There's a lot of cosmic energetic things that are coming up, the August 8th portal and all of that kind of stuff. So what I would tell you to let your friend know is have backup plans, have leave early, have plan B in the thought. Not saying that terrible things are going to happen and totally derail it, but you're always more confident and things go much smoother if you have some ideas of, in the event that this happens, or if the weather's such and such, those kind of planning ahead things. I am a firm believer, if it's something you want, you make it happen and you figure out how to roll with punches. If you get punches, the world's kind of crazy right now, but that's why be calm, give yourself plenty of time, have a good plan or schedule in mind of what you're going to do, those kind of things. So other than that, I think it should go really well. But like I said, it's always better to plan ahead for possibilities than to be completely blindsided by something. And to catch you, Mr. Soapy Pac-Man, August 8th is an 8-8 portal, and the number 8 is like an infinity loop. So it is a special portal that opens up. It's called Lion's Gate because the beginning part of August is Leo season. So it's the Lion's Gate portal, and it can increase your intuition. It can increase your empathy or any of those spiritual kinds of gifts or abilities. But it's also a great date to start manifesting. There's like, I think, a 7-day window where things are like on steroids, if that makes sense. So if you're wanting to manifest, I want to eat more healthy and lose weight, that is a great time to start it. If you're wanting to, I'm going to go out and start looking for a better job, or I'm going to be prepared for school, that's a great time to start it, because it kind of is, it's an amped up time.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just caught this one, Mad Max. You had said something about wondering if there's something in our house. Did you catch that one, Susie?
I did. And from here, I don't think so. I think they're if they've been hearing like pops and cracks, so something just a little bit unusual. And they've been waking up at weird times in the night, 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I think it's just they're more open and they're just kind of hearing the energy that's going on around them. I'm getting the sense that they're just more on alert. Does that make sense? Like they're just a lot more sensitive to a few things. I don't feel anything negative there at all.
Well,
nothing
and
but protection.
There are often spirits that pass through that aren't necessarily in your house. They might come into your house, irritate you in the middle of the night, of course, and then move on. We have that a lot up where I live. I live up off Olympus, Butte, Jerome area. And I will constantly be hearing, my house is always, it's a parade route, but the neighbors will call, are you having weird things? Are you having things go missing? And it's like, yeah, they kind of come through. And while doing meeting with a lady that remember Ben and they that was in the group in the class?
Yeah.
He had a lady that lived over off of Jerome. And she's like, it's like they come through and then they go away. And then I said, yeah, it happens on this hill all the time.
See, and that's the thing, Mud Lover, I see shadows all the time too. And I don't always take them as like negative. I just think of them as just kind of passing by. So like even sitting here, sometimes I'll see like what looks like a cat or somebody out of the corner of my eye. And my thoughts are that, the veil is really thin and the other side is literally right here. It's not somewhere out in space. It's in the same realm as us.
Right.
And and the veil gets thinner for us. And what you guys have done is just, you're more open to it now. So you're just catching a little bit of, you're just slipping between those two realms. And that's what you're seeing.
David, the only other thing is if you have set up a crystal grid around your house or put any kind of a protective, repelling kind of a stone, the 4 corners of the house, inside or outside, are great for that. I call in angels to stand guard at my 4 corners, and it's like having an electric fence or having an alarm system. So the smudging and the cleansing get rid of the energy, but it's just like dirt. We can wipe our feet at the door, but sometimes we still track dirt in the house, or someone else comes to visit us and they bring it. When we have the crystals or the protective stones at the 4 corners, we ask the angels to guard and protect, to keep our home safe. We imagine it having like an electric fence kind of an effect. It does help reduce it. But cleansing our home and protecting it is like spring cleaning. It's not a once and done. It's something you have to redo periodically, or if there's a big fight or you have somebody negative that comes to your home and kind of leaves some of their Debbie Downer energy there after they go.
And Mad Max, you said you see it in Mud Lover's office, so you keep the door closed. So I would not because I don't know if I've talked on here before about unoccupied space. If you leave it too long, then it'll sometimes the activity will ramp up there. So I would suggest if you have any windows in there, get as much light into that room as possible. You can go in there and burn some candles, set out your crystal grid, whatever you want to do, whatever that makes you feel comfortable. Go in there and say a prayer or say, look, you're not welcome here. I don't even want to see you in here as far as shadows go at all. This is not your space. Get out. You can go out and around, but not in here. So set your boundaries, but I don't really suggest you keep it closed because that kind of gets the feeling of almost like fear, but like, you know, you kind of freak us out. So we don't know what you are. So we're going to close that door so we don't see you. So take back your space. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yep.
Well, and none of you probably want to hear this, but it doesn't matter if your door's closed. They are not solid. So if they really don't want to be in there and they want to be sitting right next to you at your desk, they can do that. So while it's consciously makes you feel better, in reality, they don't have they're not blocked by physical things like humans are.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's another situation I'll tell you really quick is, so my old house, I used to have like the basement was split in two, and one half would be the kids' playroom and the other half would be the living room. Well, we would cordon it off and shut off one half, and we would hear more knocks and bangs and have an eerie feeling in the side that was closed off. And so then eventually I would open it up and swap it so that that wouldn't be unoccupied space by us again, because we push everything out. You know what I mean? So anything that's not supposed to be there gets pushed out. So I would have to switch back and forth to keep those spaces occupied. And that's what I'm talking about, is just don't leave a dead space for too long.
Yeah. It's and it depends on, like, the shadow dude that was in my house on Charlotte was and I think it was Mark that nailed it. We were talking one night. He said that thing was just really protective of you. And it was before my ex would do something that it would be very visible. And of course, everybody saw it that came over to the house, but it would be really, really visible and up and down the hallway and pacing. And yeah. Okay, Trista. Wonder if my good friend is going to go through chemo and stem cell transplant okay and come out better. Whew. Boy, I'm sorry.
I know that you're in the medical field, but I'm going to throw this out at you anyway. Are they doing it here or are they doing it somewhere else? Are they going down to like Huntsman or University of Utah or something like that?
Whoops. Whoops. What's happening? My
I don't
screen
know.
is crazy. Sorry.
So I don't
Oh,
know. Did you hear me? Are they doing things here at Portneuf or are they going somewhere else? Or
Mayo and
oh,
Phoenix.
okay. Oh, you just took 1,000 pounds of concern off my shoulders. Nothing
Yeah.
against Portneuf.
Yeah.
I just have had a lot of people that didn't have as successful of treatment there until they got to Huntsman, or they got to like Huntsman a little bit later. They may want to look into adding like some homeopathic spiritual additional things to the healing, meditation, eating a more clean diet. Exactly. It's the Taj Mahal Hospital. That's what I call it. I'll have to tell you why I call it that sometime. But anyway, incorporating some clean eating. And that can be as simple as no more refined sugars or processed foods. Doing meditations, visualizing inside of themselves, them helping to fight or change or fix or heal whatever is going on that they're doing these procedures for. And sometimes it can be something that's more metaphorical, I guess. Like I've worked with people that have cancer and I do like guided meditation with them. And I'm like, what does it look like? And I've had people say that it's like this infestation of vines. And I'm like, okay, so how would we get rid of that? We would, we would get our gardening tools. We would get a hatchet. We would get whatever we need to pull those vines down, and having them work through that inside themselves. Some see, like, say, for example, they have a tumor. They see, oh, it looks like this big black mass, or it looks like this fire, and then you would say, what would we do to reduce that, to fix it, to change it, and working on those parts with it as well. But I feel better knowing it's at the Mayo Clinic. Here local, and they can do some really great things here local, and there is stuff that people should be sent other places.
And I keep hearing Reiki is going to be huge for her.
Yeah.
Huge. And then, like Celeste was saying, with manifesting, just going through all the body parts and making them clean, literally will do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
I can do, I can project Reiki anywhere if they want to catch up with me and figure out to do some Reiki with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello, Ashika. I think I said your name right. Feel free to ask a question of the ladies, and they'll try their best to give you some good guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Trista, I'm really sorry to hear that about your friend. That's really tough. Yeah. A lot of cancer being diagnosed, which is
really, it's frightening.
Yeah, it's very frightening. I tell you, I'm taking the matcha powder every day. I'm doing what I can,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're all doing well, thank you. I hope that you are as well. As the ladies were explaining, we have entering into a retrograde, so it's kind of wreaking havoc on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, Trista, she's over cancer. I get it. Yeah, it's been something. So, anybody else out there in the audience who wants to ask a question, please feel free. And Susy and Celeste will do their best to answer it.
And I wanted to throw out there, for those of you who may have saw, there was a gal, I did her wedding a few years ago, that was she's late 30s, on her third bout with cancer in her life. And they did 2 removals trying to remove the tumor. It was kind of up here in her upper chest area. Portnoy tried twice. Neither time could get a clear cut on it, and sent her down to Huntsman. And I had asked people if they would take a meal over or whatever, because she also had, when she woke up from surgery, she'd went into bronchitis, which they were also testing her to see if it had gone into her lungs. And so I was like really concerned, but she'd come to me. We'd done some Reiki. I walked her through how to do the guided meditations to work on herself. And she goes in on the 22nd to see if they need to do anything else. But Huntsman notified her they got clean edges. They got all the cancer out of her.
Awesome.
So, yeah, she still has a daughter at home, and she's just like, I just can't even believe it. And I said, well, sometimes we need to fight it from every single angle that we can.
Mm-hmm.
So there is hope. It's not great hope all the time, but there is hope.
It's amazing how many people Celeste has married.
450 to 500 weddings I've done in the
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trista. Okay. Here's a new question for you. Either one of you ladies want to take Ashika's question?
Are you pulling cards?
Yep.
All right.
I get a yes, but it's something that you have wanted for a while, but it's also something that's going to teach you, it's going to be kind of tough. It's going to teach you some pretty hard lessons. But it's all positive. It's going to surprise you what it is, but you're tough enough to handle it. I'm seeing the lion here. A lot of strength, a lot of new opportunity. There is one warning. When you're in there, just keep your coworkers as coworkers. Don't intermingle too much. Keep it really professional. That's definitely what it says. Yeah. Something on the internet.
Really cool. That's really cool.
Mhm.
Ashika, have you been looking for something like that? Yeah, let us know in the chat. That's my motto for work. What? What? Don't mingle with your coworkers that much?
Yeah, that's one of the things I've tried to explain to people. You're all being paid to be there. They're not there because they're your best friend and want to hang out all the time. So just
Right.
be cautious
Yeah.
that you keep your boundaries up, because a lot of people can be your very good friend until there's a promotion that comes up and you're competing for it.
Yeah, it feels like a high paying job that's going to be like challenging. So, yeah, she's going to learn a lot.
That's awesome.
Mm.
Trista's question. Will I become more financially stable soon?
This is my first thought and feeling, is that, especially since it's in the retrogrades, this is a great time for us to look within ourselves. So make sure that you are looking within yourself as to anything that you're possibly doing that contributes to the instability. Is it not budgeting? Is it spending without, planned out things? Is it the job that you're doing and you could get better pay somewhere else, but is it worth the give and take of what the hours are going to be? Those kind of things are really important, because there is no Band-Aid that can fix the hole in the Titanic if there's a hole in the Titanic. So you need to figure out, even if you're not doing it on purpose, we often are contributing to our difficulties in life, either by the choices we're making or the choices we're not making, by the people that we're allowing to be someone who can affect that in our lives. So be sure to work on that. And focusing on the positive, not, oh my gosh, I hope I have enough money to pay my bills. Everything is so expensive. I don't know if I can afford it. Oh my gosh, look at how much gas is. I can't even afford to go. You have to change that to more money is coming to me. I can work my budget in order to have all the things I want and need. I attract money. I attract opportunity. And focusing on what you want and putting the energy into that rather than what you're concerned about. But definitely look within and make sure that you're not self-sabotaging.
Yeah, fear and worry are repellent. I want to touch back on Ashika's question where she said she wasn't quite sure what she was wanting to do. So most often I've noticed that people, the first thing they gravitate towards when they were really little, like, 5 or 6 years old, that's usually what people end up really falling in love with, like what they really are passionate about or what some of their soul's purposes. So sit down and think about what it was that you really loved to do when you were really little, and that might strike a chord with you.
And this is for Ashika also. When you're talking about it is what it is and it sucks. Sometimes when we're receiving hints that it's time for a change, that we're supposed to move on, we're supposed to do just something different, and we don't do that, the rug gets ripped out from under us and we don't have a choice. And that very much could be what happened, where you were fired abruptly or whatever for something that really wasn't specifically related to you. It could be that you'd been receiving hints and nudges to do something different, to move forward, to change directions. And because you didn't listen, the universe will rip the rug right out from under us. And as we're laying on our backs with the wind knocked out of us, it's like, oh, maybe there's something different I'm supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm. And I have Ramona's too, but
Okay.
Are you ready for David's?
Go ahead.
Okay. So Ramona says, I want to know if I'm making the right choice by calling the authorities on my child for running away. And I will tell you, yes, you are making the right choice. Number one, the child needs boundaries. They need to understand that there are consequences for their actions. And they also, through you letting them know that they have boundaries and there's consequences, you're also showing them how much you love and care for them. And on the flip side of that, with the law, I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but you can be held accountable if you don't report that. If that child is underage and they take off, they can the state can hold you accountable for not reporting that. So
and here's my Leo Virgo blunt kick in the pants for Ramona. If you don't report your child when they run away and something happens to them, will you be able to live with yourself?
yeah.
If you do report them and something happens to them, it's different because you were at least trying. But it's just one of those things that I'm assuming probably a teenager or close to a teenager. And when they get in situations where they think they're better, some people don't have good home lives, but they think they have something better out there. It's definitely one of those learn the hard way kind of things. And you don't want to ever go, I should have.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a testing thing too by those kids. You know, they want to see, is my mom actually paying attention to me? Does she really care? And so, yeah, you got to show them.
All right.
That's tough,
So David, right now with everything that's going on, I don't know if this is just a sudden change that you've had or if this is something that's been going on for a while. So in case you're not aware, which I know you are aware, you are going through a major ascension. Your gifts and abilities are heightening. Your intuition is getting stronger and deeper. That can come through in emotions as well, because what we normally get, the flow we normally get, maybe is now getting bombarded, and it can affect our emotions and it can affect the intensity, whether it's angry or happy or depressed, whatever it is. It's like the volume gets turned up on it. So there could be people that mess with you. We are in a very, I don't even know the word to describe what's going on in our world right now, but there are a lot of mean people and there are a lot of cruel people, or that have had a lot of difficulties in life and they want to lash out at somebody who doesn't, or that they perceive as has things easier or better or whatever. So you very much could. That's where you need to make sure you're protecting yourself with the light, with carrying a stone, or like your little medallion that you got in Italy. Those kind of things. They gave you that for a reason. And you need, whether you fully understand what that reason is or not, they gave you that protection. Of all the people that were there, they gave it to you. And so keep that. Keep it handy. Reach in your pocket and hold on to it if you're feeling things. Take nice deep breaths and blow out with intensity. Like if you're feeling overwhelmed, taking and just getting some salt. Yeah. And, doing something like with some salt to just kind of ground. But yeah, people can be sending you, and then it can be something as simple as they just have a nasty thought. He always has good luck. I wish he would just once in a while things would go terrible. And even if they're not meaning to like put some bad juju on you, that kind of thought, if there's a lot of emotion behind it, it can still powerhouse punch you.
You know what, David? Just keep being my rainbow unicorn. You know it. You got this.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay, I'm looking to see if I've missed any questions. Feel free to ask questions if you're on Instagram. Go ahead and ask a question and we'll get it answered for you.
Yeah, Trista's comment on there. Do you see her last comment?
Yeah.
No, I'm bouncing back and forth between here and Instagram.
Okay.
Wait, where are we?
It says
It feels like a purge. That one?
Mm-hmm. And that's what, we talked about a long, long time ago when this year kicked off, that it is kind of a purge year, because it's either which way are you going to go? Are you going to raise your vibration? Are you going to learn and grow and do better as a person? Or are you going to stay down here and be angry and pissed off all the time and have to repeat those same things over and over? So it's all about choices. And a lot of people are just not not picking up on it. You know what I mean? They're just so stuck in their old poor me and everything sucks and I'm going to go eat worms stage that they are not looking for what did I learn? How can I make
it's everyone else's fault but mine. I didn't deserve this.
Oh, yeah. That outside blaming is horrible right now.
Yeah. And one of the things I had a professor that said, in life, we always have the opportunity to act or to react. And usually when we react, it's not the best choice. Acting is being in control of your emotions, being in control of thinking and planning and discern or determine what is going on and then create the best thing you can do. That's your action. Reaction is you come back with, you smack me, I'm going to smack you harder. And a reaction usually is not the best answer. And right now, there is a lot of reacting. Everybody's reacting to everybody else and everything else. And it's like we need to stop and breathe and make a plan of how we can make it better. Because if we react, we're adding to the chaos. We're adding to the negativity, the anger, whatever, the fear.
So, Ramona, I would call the non-emergency line and ask them some questions because that's actually not legal.
It's not.
So that harboring a runaway is illegal, and so it needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'd be, well, my Irish come up pretty quick.
Yeah. Also, Ramona, you've also, kids, especially when she gets to be about that 17-year-old stage, they think they know everything. I knew it was a girl. Sorry. I was just like, sometimes you also got to think about you. And you need to protect your own butt too. You need to figure out like where you will stand legally because you need to take care of you in order for you to take care of your children, if that makes sense.
I misread Tista's comment. I thought she said no, it's not illegal, but I think I've read that incorrectly.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah.
But
right, people get away with it. Right.
Here's my reaction. There is not liberty and justice for all. Justice, especially it seems like in Idaho, but it's not just in Idaho, is not always fair. And so that's where you need to at least have your consistency and following through, and the squeaky wheel gets the grease. And I'm going to take a break for 1 second. My dog is barking. I'll be right back.
And I had a kid like that too, the same age, Ramona, and she turned out just fine. But I definitely put some boundaries on her, and I did what was in the best interest for me and for my child. And so you've got to think about both sides and just know that she'll turn out okay. She'll be all right.
Yeah. It's just a tough thing to go through right now. Yeah. Does anybody else have any questions? We've got about 15 minutes or so left in the program, and I see we did get there's been some streaming issues on Instagram. It's glitchy, and they've been notifying us that this may happen, and they've been working with it. So I apologize if you're on Instagram and you're watching and it's glitchy. When we log in, there's a banner that comes up that tells us there's been a problem with Instagram. So we'll keep, we can't do anything about it, but I really do apologize. You can go over to our YouTube page, which is called Emergency Encounters, and go to the live tab, and you can catch us on there Wednesdays and Thursdays for our shows, and it streams a lot smoother to YouTube. What does Leo season look like for Celeste and I, huh?
Party on.
It is the Cancer season's finally over. Cancer's always been a bit of challenge for me, yet I have so many good friends and former husbands that were Cancers. But Leo season, take that fire, take it and burn those bridges that need to be burned and light that way to those new goals. This, especially the 8-8 portal, all of that. We are fire people. And when it is fire time, you can get burned, but you can also learn to play and dance and control that fire and put that blaze as passion to move forward and build things, or as to good riddance. Light that bridge on fire, let those people go, let things go that you're doing in your own life that's self-sabotaging or allowing the other people that take advantage of you to continue that, use that fire and get rid of that. So Leo season should be good for everybody.
I love that when you talk and I pull cards and I get the same thing and it just makes me chuckle because I've got strength here. Leo, that's the Leo card. And it says the same thing. It says use your intuition. You guys are smart whips. Tell you what. And cut out those people that been making you feel left out, less than, not worthy. Walk away from it because you're worth way more than that. Start something new. Very passionate.
That's the most difficult part about being caring, generous people. And I'm not saying the other signs are not, but you specifically asked about Leo. That's typically some of our trait.
Yeah.
We'll get ran over. We'll get taken advantage of. We will see all of the positive in somebody and they'll whack us with the negative. And so this is a really good time to, because we use our judgment and our discernment and we let go of things that are not good for us, does not mean we're bad people, and it doesn't mean we're mean. It means that in order to help others, we have to have some self preservation so that we have that continued strength and passion and fire.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, we have some more people on Instagram that have joined. I don't know if you guys type a question, if it shows up on our platform we're streaming from. So I keep bouncing back and forth, but please go ahead and feel free to ask a question. We do have a question now from Lizette.
Okay, Hierophant. So commitment, Two of Pentacles, Nine.
And then this is for Celeste after you get done there with Lizette.
Okay. Lizette, why do you keep bouncing back and forth on things? Doggone it. you get to where you're feeling comfortable and safe and like, okay, I got this. I know what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden you get stuck up in your head. You counter, you second guess your choices. You're headed in the right direction, girl. You've got that new endeavor that you wanted. It has to also focusing in on your kids. It's working really, really well for you. So stay out of your head, doggone it. Sorry, that wasn't what's coming up. That was like universe is like, knock it off. So, yeah, you've got this. You got this, girl.
Thank you.
All right.
And
for Quana.
And then I'm going to give Susie Pac-Man.
So I am a very, very, very Virgo Leo. I have more Virgo than I have anything else in my chart. The only thing possibly more, some people call it stubborn. I call it determined. More stubborn or more, Aries like to squabble a little bit. They like to play devil's advocate. Even if they don't disagree with someone, they will just for the sake of a good argument. So I would just say be wary of those things right now, especially when we're in retrograde. The plowing forward, all fire signs are very, that's kind of a part of what we do. We move forward to get it done, all those kind of things. But sometimes if we're a little too hasty or we haven't thought through the consequences of how we go about plowing forward, then we can find that there was a big brick wall that we just rammed our head into. And ramming heads is a big Aries thing there, the mountain, however you do the mountain goat kind of a thing. So just kind of make sure that while you amp up with fire season again, just don't be overly impulsive. I would say that's probably my thing. But on the other hand, I also feel like I need to tell you that not making a decision is making a decision. Do you understand what that means? That's just something that just came through. Just don't, when we don't, and I'm listening to this one too. When we don't make a decision, that is making a decision. And it's usually not the right decision.
Man, these guys are reminding me I need to get on my zodiac check-ins.
Yeah.
I've been so pooped. Pac-Man's dad. This is for Daddy. You need to rest. You've been kicking your own butt. I know you're focused in on the money right now, and you don't think you're doing enough and you're working hard enough, but you are. And the universe says it's time for you to take a rest. You need to take a time out. You need to do something fun with you and your family. Just kind of do a little reset. After that, you're going to feel refreshed and you're going to be able to tackle it again. And things are going to go a lot smoother. But the universe says you're doing just fine. So, but it definitely wants you to take a break and rest a little bit.
Then you need to listen to that. Definitely. Yeah. And Lizette said that she's the same with her Aries self.
Yeah. And here's the thing too,
like to do it. I have 2 Aries in my house and they like to do it, especially one of them.
Likes to do what? Argue?
Just
challenge. It is. It's like literally like some of us crochet for a hobby or we collect rocks. Aries like to debate. And sometimes that's a nice word for fight or argue, but that's their nature.
I wonder if we put out a poll, how many lawyers are Aries? Right?
I don't know. There could be.
I would say more Scorpios.
I was going to say Scorpios make great.
And Leos.
Leos probably too. Leos have good, strong leadership abilities, but my mother always said I'd be a millionaire if I became a lawyer because I don't lose a fight, and it's not because I'm always right.
Aries are like impulsive and on to the next thing and need for speed, something to feel that dopamine rush, you know?
I don't do the fussy fighty thing. It disrupts my bubble and I don't like it at all. I get very silent and I leave the sphere.
Well, live with a bunch of Aries and then have like a Taurus who's like calls you out on your bull. Literally. They don't like that.
Yeah. Okay, gang. Go ahead and keep asking questions. We have a few minutes left here. We always appreciate you tuning in. I'm again sorry for the Instagram glitches. We've been told it's the StreamYard platform. It's been a little glitchy with Instagram. So we're going to keep working with it. Next week, hopefully they'll get it smoothed out. But if you do ask a question, I keep bouncing back and forth to Instagram to see if you've asked, because I don't know if it'll show up here on our screen.
And thank you for asking all these questions, especially our regulars, because that is amazing. You guys keep us going. You challenge us every week, and always something new. And it's so exciting. I love it.
I'm giggling here at the I like to piss him off. That is the quote of Aries. They, like I said, they may not even disagree with you, but if they're in a fighting, feisty, let's do some debating, they will take the other side, even if they don't believe it, just to have that argument. So.
Hi, Macken. I don't know if I have to say your name, but I believe it's... Oh, hey, Carrie. Nice to see you. Yeah, is it Machan? I'm sorry. I'm slaughtering your name. I'm sorry. But anyway, it's nice to see you. Debating is a good word for it, yes.
Yeah. It kind of like saying, playing with cobras is like, a fun, relaxing thing to do in your spare time.
Yeah, no. I think I was a little bit like that in my youth, but I came to hate that. Yeah. How come Quanah can see past on people when I'm not expecting it, but when I want to see them, they don't come through?
Sometimes it's because you're possibly afraid. And that doesn't mean they scare you like a boo, jump out, startle thing. But maybe, oh my goodness, this dog. Sometimes when we try too hard too, sometimes you just kind of have to relax and allow it to happen, or to expect it to happen. And sometimes you have to relax the way you want them to come through, because from the other side, they are not all equally gifted in communication. I have had infants that have communicated better than adults. And so some will come through as an image, some will come through as a thought, a memory, actually seeing a movie playing in your mind, hearing a song on the radio, something like that. So it could be that you're like, I want to see something, I want to see something. And you're ignoring the other kinds of ways that people are trying to come through.
Yeah. Thank you, Celeste. And Susie, you have Lizette's. And then Celeste, would you? Okay, I'm waiting for McHan's. Again, sorry, if I can't. You need to put it down phonetically for me. Yeah, go ahead and ask your question. Susie, what do you have?
Okay, so for Lizette's friend, I see this person being kind of stuck up in their head at night, tossing and turning, worrying about their future, what it's going to be like with commitments. They're feeling really defensive right now. I've got repeating cards coming here. So there's future, family, love, the whole school. How do I attain my dreams? Just kind of feeling a little bit of at a loss, like not sure what's coming. Don't fear it. Okay. Just sit back and this is what I tell people is find a nice quiet place, someplace you feel safe and comfortable. Pose the question in your mind, like if it's what's my next step or should I do for a living. Sit there quietly, give yourself 10 minutes, and whatever thoughts, feelings, pictures in your head, emotions, smells, anything that comes to you, those are your answers. Because like I said, all answers are found in the silence. And worrying about the unknown is just going to make it deeper, harder to process and to get through to where you actually want to be. So you need to relax and then ask yourself those questions and sit in silence with it, and the answers will come to you.
Okay.
Mad Max, he is telling me something. He's saying, I'm hungry. Come feed me. So he's going to have to deal.
We do have a question. I am not sure from McCann, but I'm not sure exactly what the question is. So I've asked for them to rephrase the question.
I understand it.
You understand it? Okay.
They want to know what Alicia's feelings are for them because it's a no contact situation at this time.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. Okay, you ladies want to take that.
Good.
And we're closing at the end of the hour here, so this will be the last question.
Okay. So one thing, so this person is feeling stabbed in the back. They're feeling heartbreak, pain, separation. They've been thinking about talking to you, calling you, but they're also holding back because they're feeling like they want to just focus on themselves right now. So they are thinking about you, feeling sad about it, but they really want to focus on themselves right now. So I'm not sure you're going to hear from them. Not in the next few weeks.
Well, it's saying there's a no contact order.
Yeah. So no contact order. Or no contact.
I don't think
it's a no contact situation.
Yeah.
To me, it feels like this Alicia person cut them off, and they're just wanting to have that time alone. Because whether you betrayed them or not, they feel for some reason that you stabbed him in the back for something, even though it could be very, very minor. But they do want to reach out to you, but they're feeling like, no, I just need to be by myself. I need to work on myself for a while. So I don't see any further contact in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, I come back next week. We're here Wednesday nights at 7 Mountain time. and try another reading. And then again, I always, and I'm going to post the links again. I do post the links in the chat so that you can contact Susy and Celeste directly and get a full reading. Now, please remember that these ladies do this for a living, so the readings are not free. We're just giving you a taste of what they can do tonight. But go ahead and reach out to them and make an appointment with them. They can do a reading just like this over the phone. But come back next week.
And one tiny piece of advice, if you want someone back, the best way to do it is stop thinking about them, go about your own business, work on yourself, and literally, if that is the right person for you, they'll come back. If not, you'll have outgrown them and become better.
Definitely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody, we're going to sign off for the night. Again, apologies for Instagram glitchiness. Hopefully, our streaming platform will have it worked out next week. We do appreciate each and every one of you for joining us, and have a great night. And don't forget, we're on tomorrow night. We are doing UFOs, cattle mutilations, you name it, we got it. Anything weird, UAP, it's one of our favorite topics. So join us again, 7 o'clock tomorrow. See you guys. Bye-bye.
See ya.